Nongthombambirin stresses the role of public in wiping out corruption, appeals the people to not seek cash from candidates during elections. Lawyers of Manipur stages a sit-in against the government's proposal to appoint Advocate General of Manipur High Court from outside the state. Deputy Chief Minister Yumnam Joy Kumar says there is a need to inspect projects of agriculture and horticulture sectors after the funds have been sanctioned. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi to hold video conference with state government officials to review the conditions of Imphal-Jirebam Highway. Hello and welcome to Impact News. You're watching Primetime English News. I'm Janish Kasliwal with all the updates till this hour. Now, Chief Minister Nongthombambirin has stressed the role of public in wiping out corruption. He said if the public resolves to not seek cash from candidates during assembly elections, corruption will end to a large extent. He also appealed the public to not pay money when the government calls for job opportunities. The Chief Minister was speaking at the inaugural function of Yening Thai Isai, a musical festival organized by All India Radio Imphal at Chandrakirti Auditorium Palace compound today. CM Biren further stated that people from the hills are not against Manipur. There has been a gap between the hills and the valley due to the lack of development in the hills. Biren said with the slogan "Go to Hills" by the new government, they will do everything possible to develop hills and the valley equally. Biren also assured the AIR Imphal staff that he will write to the central leaders about their shortcomings. On the other hand, AIR Imphal told the Chief Minister that they would be able to provide a 15-minute slot for him to share his thoughts to the public once in a month, like that of Man Ki Baat by the Prime Minister. Approved AIR Imphal artists presented folk songs of different communities of Manipur on the occasion.
Manipur territory integrity kaiwe aroi ekoi amatani adu. Let us stop here. Adu akoi practical oina face to face, heart to heart. Sangsal laga thengnara kana dum ngangdana dum oigrani pun grani dum. Adu corruption thing by se mayam da lei. Ekoi government khatana corruption thing ma moi. Ai police haidorani procedure lapses like tabsing di loina yam bai dokani. Anu ba ekoina lorka da ba torok kana di paisa pige na chatiru gno. Tomina leibe khanna bra yauri yangse. Aigi sa yauri now yauri sima happy on sapiru no mantri do igara MLA do igara director do igara commissioner do igara sapiru no election da paisa loro ina disenam to lobi ob corruption just mana bole henda bang amne basem masdi da MLA amam na mantri on tingi paisa se mayum makai yolo bole nei hore na mo hanjala lore adugi hanjanna bo hona boda nei paisa sana reiche no fact to reality to ne masida mi dang sai ni haiba aina to boduna dum su me lei bisi yaro aingonda gi han sai gadan.
Taking part in the event, PWD Minister T.H. Bishwajit said criticism of one another has played a major hindrance to development. He appealed to end this and focus on development. He also appealed the AIR to help reach the schemes of Narendra Modi to remote corners of the state. Renowned theatre personality Ratan Thiam appealed the government to pay extra attention to preserve the culture of the state.
Akoi lamdamat se hena irang thol isi kari marong gino haiba matam je akoi chawkhat pa amade development si je akoi matuk adugi matik gap laiba akoi de ching satsi haiba se akoi na chachaba matam se makoi gi respond pirak pa memorandum je suk thaiba aduna di tai jina di mamang da leirime posing chi gap se adugi matik leire haiba se akoi na sidagi example mo ina akoi na khangje bangam me se.
The entire cultural landscape has been changed. It's a very, very new cultural landscape. Aduna Sigi landscaping is new cultural landscape says that I coin a gram hina, Masida is that I coin identity sing up. Forcefully, I coin identity the city, Aduka, world chatty business city, Nakoi Mato Tamjerao, having a Nui Natung India, having a Tabat, Nakoi Mato Tamjerao, Hadana, high Bangamba, society, cultured society, cultured race, Jati, Oibudaka later. Ngasi Manipur art and culture saukale hariba art and culture si Manipur government na kaya yam na mana sogot pira kadagi have the depend tawe.
All Manipur Bar Association staged a sit-in at the complex of Chairap Court today in protest against the government's proposal to appoint a non-Manipuri as the Advocate General of Manipur High Court. Many advocates took part in the protest. General Secretary of the association, Brahmachari Mayum Supriya, said they will not accept a non-member of Manipur Bar Council and someone who does not speak Manipuri to become the Advocate General. She said the government is taking away the rights of the indigenous people. There are many well-qualified people in Manipur to be the Advocate General, and she appealed the government to appoint someone from Manipur. Supriya warned of intense agitations if the demands are not met. She also appealed the government to amend the Rule 9 of the Manipur Judicial Service Rule 2005, without which there are chances of non-Manipuri advocates from outside the state holding the Grade 1 posts.
Manipur ki lamdam seisda senior advocates amadi matik chaba adugumba advocate general oiba yaba adugumba advocate mayam ama lei aduna yaragadi akoigi marak sidagi advocate mayam singsidagi akoigi advocate general si khanbiu Bar Council of Manipur haibasi Manipur gi tongamba Bar Council amani ko Bar Council gi member sungoi oidaba itop topa yamna lapa mafam amadagi advocate general oina khalakpase akoi lamdam sida leiriba advocate mayam singse seisida akoigi yamna ikaiba piba haitar aduga ngasi akoina sit in protest akoina phambasida government na tabi ragati yam phagani aduga kai tabi daba taragani garam khongjing changsalakadi haibido akoina amuk khanara kanda akanba khongjing changsananaba akoi honaragani akoigi.
Meanwhile, a team of High Court Bar Association of Manipur met with the Chief Minister Nongthombam Biren regarding the matter yesterday. They urged the Chief Minister to appoint a Manipuri for the post of Advocate General. Addressing media persons at the High Court complex, Secretary of the Association, Ngangom Jyotindra, said the Chief Minister has assured them of looking into the matter at the earliest.
Advocate Eki Makhada Akoina Lingjariba Bar Council, State Bar Council, Masida member of me, Wahenbiu, Madamdi, Kanagumba, Advocate Amana, Natagana, even including Advocate General Yauna, Karigumba, any misconduct or Pumatamda, only Madugi, Advocate Adu control to Godobasi, Akwigi Bar, State Bar Council, Webera Modena, Hariba, Asigumba situations, the Biraga, Akwigi, State Asida. State Bar Council the role to Muida, Akwigi Advocate General CPB, Aquina Honorable Minister na, Hariba, Skunova, High Court Bar Association, Manipurna, Talib, the Malasi, Aquina positive of Monda, Vivi can have it Hazard Guluna, Aqui, High Court Bar Association, Honorable CM response to Queen Nigeria.
Now, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will hold a video conference with state government officials to review the conditions of National Highway number 37 Imphal-Jiribam Highway on April 26th. The highway is currently repaired by the National Highway Infrastructure Development Corporation Limited. The Prime Minister would hold a video conference as part of Pragati with the State Chief Secretary O. Nabakishore along with officials from State Public Works Department and will review the work progress of the highway, which is around 220 kilometers long. With regards to the bad conditions of the Imphal-Jiribam highway, the state government had already issued strict instructions to make the highway roadable at the earliest. In the meantime, the State Works Department, which has been monitoring the highway development work, has constituted a task force with the additional chief engineer as its head.
Sahi khutingi koige especially nongju thagi matamda truck chatpa bus chatpa de car nung chatpa da khudong chada ba kaya thengdaba pukhi dongna lambi se leiba phiom si chada ba de khoina tha khudingi Prime Minister na share to video conference ama tawi madugi da khoigi si lambi si improvement se happy hoina khoina request tawjabani makoina yabirak podagi handaki April ki tarikh 16 ta tawgudriba pragati ko video conference si mase khanargani masida khoigi yamna awa bo riba lambi ki condition se khoi pukachagani aduga barak makrubi sabagi su moi tender tawdna work order pi ramni adu hoju hoju mak sabadi hodri masi ki thongani si su ngakta ladana ngasai gi breakdown to bu phiom leiba aduna hairiba issue mayam singsi khoina Honorable Prime Minister gi mamang da khoi thamjagani.
Manipur Medical Council and Medical Education Unit under the aegis of Ministry of Health and Family Welfare Government of India and Medical Council of India New Delhi conducted a one-day seminar on professional conduct, etiquette and ethics regulations at the conference hall of Jawaharlal Nehru Hospital today. Experts spoke on various topics like code of medical ethics, unethical acts, misconduct misconduct, punishment and disciplinary actions at the seminar. Medical Superintendent Professor of JNIMS, L. Ranbir, President of Manipur Medical Council, Dr. Sanam Rajendra, Dean University, Professors, Academics of JNIMS, W. Gyaneshwar, Coordinator of MEU JNIMS, Dr. Supriya Lafingbam, doctors and teaching staffs of JNIMS were among others present at the event. Unknown miscreants planted 2 lethal bombs in 2 different locations under Lamlai police station. A lethal bomb was found at the residence of Vice Chairperson of Lamlai Municipal Corporation, Morangthim Helendro, at Lamlai Awang Laikai, and another lethal bomb was found at the residence of Achoibam Deben in Lamlai Mayai Laikai. Deben is an active worker of Lamlai MLA KSH Biren. The bombs were discovered early this morning around 5 o'clock. Paper-written Maoists Manipur were placed under these bombs. Later, Manipur Police Bomb Disposal Squad successfully disposed of the bombs without causing any damage or injury at Lamlai Chingangbi around 9 a.m. Meanwhile, women vendors of Lamlai Bazaar ceased work and staged a sit-in against the planting of these bombs. Member of Lamlai Apunba Meira Pai Bilub, Chakpram Babita, condemned the act of planting bombs in crowded place. She said people would have appreciated if Maoist Manipur had given an opportunity to these 2 people to correct themselves rather than planting bomb.
Mawiski sininaw singnasu asoiba lairagasu aki akhang hana tawibagi mahuta sini nang si lale nang si tawre haidana haibiraga ado ma nang si tawraktabai aki akhang thammine habado adumaina thambiramagadi khoisu penjagadamne adi akhoigi bhai siar pasanjina soikiba langiba lairaju si tawro haidana hainaraga sengdokpai tanjaju pibiraga Samana tawbiramagadi Mawiski sininaw singje akhoi yam thagatcharamgadabane adubu akhoi khitang waraujare.
A team of Thaubal Commando led by OCP Achoba under the supervision of Additional SP Operation and Madhu Nemai and 2 Assam Rifles Pundre arrested 2 cadres of the KCP Tamnganba late last night. They are identified as 24-year-old Taurim James, also known as Nungdamba, son of Ibomja from Mayang Imphal, and a 36-year-old Thaunaujam Surjit, also known as Mamo, son of Sarat from Utlau, Kangjebum. They were arrested last night around 9 while Thaupal Commando and 2 Assam Rifles Pundre were performing checks on the Wangjing Hairok Road. They were travelling in a Hyundai Getz car bearing registration number WB74L2724. A 9mm pistol with a magazine loaded with live rounds and 4 mobile phones were recovered from them. They have been handed over to the Thaubal police. On the other hand, Imphal East Commando led by OC of Imphal East Lunthang Wi-Fi under the supervision of Additional SP Operation Imphal East K. Mega Chandra arrested a self-styled Sergeant Major of the band outfit UNLF. He is identified as a 38-year-old Lisham Ibungotumba, also known as Punsi Lemba, son of Kunjamani from Thambalkhung Lisham Laikai. He currently works under KCP Nongdrain Khumba. A KCP demand letter and a mobile phone was recovered from him. It's time for us to take a very short break. Keep watching Impact News. Welcome back. Now, office bearers of all Manipur Muslim Organizations Coordinating Committee held a meeting to discuss various problems facing the Meitei Pangal inhabited areas at the office of United Welfare Organization in Lilong today. Now, Deputy Chief Minister Yumnam Joy Kumar expressed the need to inspect various developmental projects of agriculture and horticulture sectors after the funds have been sanctioned. He was speaking at a program held on enhancing socio-economic status, livelihood security of tribal farmers of northeast states through agricultural intervention at Central Agricultural University, Iroisemba, today. The minister also emphasized the need of experimenting multiple cropping technique in the state and also appealed the farmers to take the funds sanctioned for such projects seriously. Vice Chancellor, Dean and teachers of cow and farmers from the 4 hill districts of the state attended the program. Deputy CM distributed grapes, orange and lemon saplings, maize seeds, etc. to the farmers at the end of the program.
Farming, dairy farming toba, other piggery toba, sinasimo, mayam, pullaga, admiter no income, get no one say, Masida in Noida Hanim Bible, Masida seriously, I have a period projection, seriously love you, Nasagi Hagiva, Kanogit Negi, O Pira, Ogi Saroma Piparga, Chatok Patagadi, Karim Takanati. Our approach, our attitude towards farming or towards all this thing is changed. Particularly in the hill area, please pay also some attention to the valley area.
Now, as his first inspection drive, PHED Minister Losi Dikho visited various places under Konthojam constituency today. He was accompanied by Parliamentary Secretary and Konthojam MLA Dr. Sapam Rajan and officials of PHED. The team inspected Ngairangbam, Moidangpok, Konthojam, Awangjiri, Topkhabi, Yaro Bamidar and Sagol Tongba and a water supply scheme which is under construction at Urembam. Minister Losi Dikho said the state government is working towards providing safe drinking water to all households, which is a noble thought of the Prime Minister Modi. He said the water supply schemes under Konthojam are almost 90% complete and that the government aims at providing drinking water by June this year. Konthojam MLA also appealed Minister Dikho to construct a water supply scheme at Konthojam Mayai Laikai.
We are the government of India as well as the government of Manipur. We are giving priority to water supply, drinking water supply. Even the Prime Minister of India says by 2019 all the households in Manipur should have water supply. And then we are working on that seriously. We are working with the people and then with the department also. Constantly we are having meeting. Even yesterday we had meeting. Today we are going to finalize all, finalize all the plan by today. So that we'll address to whatever is required, whatever is pending, whatever is not completed.
Now, the Joint Students Coordination Committee has banned the Class 5 General Knowledge book Mind Express under CBSE board published by Macmillan Publishing House, Amrita Bharati, Mumbai for misinterpretation of Manipur's history in the book. Addressing media persons at the head office of Manipur Students Federation, convener of the committee Sanasam Subhash Chandra said the information provided in the General Knowledge book prescribed under CBSE board for Class 5th has information misrepresenting the history of Manipur and has a great potential of misleading the younger generation from reality. He added a memorandum has been submitted to the publishing house by JSCC to rectify the wrong informations mentioned on page number 32 of the book at the earliest. Subhash Chandra highlighted the need to respect the indigenous identities and history of each and every community by publication houses.
Sugumba Manipuri Marilena history da Manipuri Marilena wasap kuding da mapangi natagana tongan pa publisher agency sina tatatana yamna aran mamong da hehek describe to pa si lepkadawni kaina Manipur sarkar na sugumba tungi kunai Jumbilan orkadaba mayoy singda asumma masak yauba may masing tamhanabagi kungtang to lakokadabani sugumba.
Now, Renault Quid Climber, a new model of Renault, was launched at Renault Imphal and Gid Motors Private Limited in Patsoy Langjing, Achoba today. The new model is available in grey, blue and brown colors and has 17 additional features compared to the old model of Renault. Now, a boy studying in class 6 from Ilangkang Pokpi in Kakching district was abducted by an unknown person while returning from a Thabal Chongba. The incident occurred on the night of 15th April. Speaking to media persons at Manipur Press Club today, father of the boy Saiko Mibomcha said his son was returning from Langmeidong after the Thabal Chongba and was stopped by a man who was riding a red color Suzuki Access vehicle. According to the boy, the unknown man asked him and another friend of his to get on to his bike and promised to drop them home. Before the friend could get on the bike, the man sped away with the boy to a hillside of Thaunaujam village. When the unidentified man parked the bike for a while, the boy escaped and took shelter in one of the houses at Thaunaujam village. Saiko Mibomcha said they lodged a complaint with the police the same night. They received news the next day and brought the boy back home from Thaunaujam village where he had taken shelter for that night.
Sugunutu ogai bokta masumba angang lalonba haigadra angang phara karba toboji leire aduna section thorang khoi gi organization oiro club ki oiro ama police oiro sugum section thorang ni kitang lahon janing ba haitare nonga laga amusu ko haiba mafam jida angang chenjali imung jida gari angang mamda tawraga imung jida amusu laame adu maram do gari gi no moina hangogdi maram kai gi no
And in some sports news, CYFC Chinku and STT Sector defeated their rivals in the first Paradise Union Pungdongbam Cup Under-17 9A-side football tournament today. In the first league, CYFC Chinku beat SBR FC Nongdam by 2-1. For the winners, Priyananda netted twice, once in the 21st minute of the match and the other in the 50th minute of the match. Lucky scored the lone goal for SBR FC Nongdam in the 49th minute of the match. In the second league match, STT Sector trounced YSMC Tangkham by 4-2. For the winners, Bishorjeet scored in the 9th, 36th and 49th minutes of the match, striking thrice, while Thoy scored in the 43rd minute of the match. Rahul and Nauton scored in the 23rd and 37th minutes of the match for YSMC Tangkham. The tournament is organized by Pupu Pungdongbam at the Lamlai High School Pungdongbam ground, and 21 teams in 4 different groups are taking part in it. 2 league matches will be played tomorrow. Now, 27th All Manipur Shooting Competition will be held from May 21st to May 28th at Kuman Lampak Shooting Range. In a press release, Manipur Rifle Association has asked those players who would like to compete in the small bore rifle and pistol events to contact the secretary in charge of the association before the 10th of May. Now, annual meeting of the Football Lovers Association Manipur will be held at the High School Athletic Ground on May 13th at 9 AM. In a press release, the association has asked all its members to contribute ₹500 to the secretary or the treasurer by the 3rd of the May. Now, before we wind up this bulletin, let's have a look at the headlines once again. Chief Minister Nongthombam Biren stresses the role of public in wiping out corruption, appeals the people to not seek cash from candidates during elections. Lawyers of Manipur stages a sit-in against the government's proposal to appoint Advocate General of Manipur High Court from outside the state. Deputy Chief Minister Yumnan Joy Kumar says there is a need to inspect projects of agriculture and horticulture sectors after the funds have been sanctioned. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi to hold video conference with state government officials to review the conditions of Imphal-Jirebam Highway.